Hey guys, I'm Phylum and welcome to Dusk. This is gameplay of me playing this newly released early access game on Steam in Endless mode. Now Dusk is a very retro style shooter. You can probably see it's inspired by classics like Quake and Doom and Duke Nukem 3D. It has a couple of different modes. It has single player mode, which is very, Quake-like. You go around, you get a key to open the red door or whatever. You complete puzzles like that. You shoot a lot of dudes who want to shoot you. You find secrets on the map. At the end of each level it gives you a rundown of how many enemies you killed, of how many secrets you got. There's Endless mode, which I'm playing right now, which I'll talk about in a bit, and it has multiplayer too in Duskworld, which is a take on Quake World. So Endless mode is really cool. I think this is something arena shooters have needed for a while. A single player wave-based enemy mode, right? So as you can see, I'm in wave 3 here. Every time you kill all the enemies on the map, a new wave respawns, and I'm not completely certain about how items respawn yet. I'm not sure if it's based on when you pick items up. I'm not sure if it's based on killing enemies. It has seemed a little bit different every time. So there are still details I'm working out here, but I think it's a really cool idea that you're combining this single player arena shooter with the resource management of more of a multiplayer mode, right? It's a great way to teach people how to time items, how to be aware of their weapons and their ammo. It forces you to use all the guns because, of course, there isn't enough ammo to kill everything effectively. Here I'm flying around, so there's a nice little crossbow, which has a delayed projectile, which is really annoying to hit. There's an assault rifle, which does a lot of damage. There's the rocket launcher, the riveter it's called in this, the crossbow. I'm really bad at hitting it. This is a very twitchy game, and it kind of brings out the worst in my aiming, so you're going to see me hit some pretty shaky looking shots here. But yeah, this run was alright. I think this is the furthest I got, the furthest I recorded anyway. A bit dicey here. I'm getting very low on the old HP. So of course, right, so I've got to run around, I've got to think, okay, I've got this crossbow, I can take out some of these dudes more effectively at close range. It actually goes through people. I pick up a double fire rune here. So you're going to see me moving very fast in the game of Duskworld, and that's because the movement is very simplified compared to a traditional Quake. Basically you hold two directions, like forward and left, or forward and right, or even forward and back, and you jump, and you're going to build up, I guess, momentum. So even if you jump into a wall like this, you will still build up momentum. So when you move away from that wall, you will be going faster. 16 HP here. This was very dicey. So you can see I'm kind of running around using this speed to my advantage. As long as you're holding two directional keys and jumping, you literally don't lose this momentum, right? So even if you stop, you can proceed to move away as fast as you were going before. It caps out fairly early, so there's kind of a hard restriction on how much you can abuse it. But yeah, you can notice how much I'm struggling to keep my health up here, just how little HP there is. These kind of 2 HP drops come from enemies, but other than this I'm just playing, on the back foot. I've got to take whatever comes. Here's some morale. This is the game's armor. It's called morale for some reason. It reduces damage by 50%. It's just a flat 50% damage reduction. There's no tiered armor or anything. There I somehow hit that tree, even though I'm pretty sure if we go and slow-mo it, I went through the leaves. You can see me doing a lot of faffing around, a little bit unsure which gun I should have out at any moment, and a little bit unsure which button I've bound to each gun, because they don't quite map to traditional Quake guns one-to-one. But yeah, I do kind of enjoy the way this mode works, right, and especially with the movement, the way you can circle around so easily while shooting, but then at the same time the patterns of the enemies make it so that circling around forever isn't exactly desirable. I'm trying to remember what my undoing was in this round, and I actually can't, so hopefully it's nothing too embarrassing. Oh god, this is aiming, guys. This is not how to aim. Please, do not take this as an aim tutorial. There I go for a shot. The crossbow in this game actually fires clean through walls, and enemies as well. It leads to some really crazy stuff online. I know Profanum was having a lot of fun earlier, just trying to shoot people vertically up through the floor from the level below them with it. Alright, so here I don't go for the double damage rune. I decide to save it for when I need it. I don't know when I thought I could need it more, given that I'm on 6 HP. I do have some armor though, but I'm pretty sure anything's going to kill me at this point. Wave 9. So at this point the game starts ramping up a little. There are a lot more of these witch-y characters with the glowing green hands. there are a lot more of them. And there's just a lot more pressure to, keep out of harm's way. This side of the map's pretty dicey, but I'm able to just sneak around past. I see this as a good opportunity to use the grenade launcher because these enemies are kind of trapped in a little corridor, so they're going to be quite vulnerable to it. I don't know if it did any damage. Can't quite feel out the splash radius of it yet. But yeah, one of the big challenges you face in this mode... there I go. Almost made it to round 10, but I backed into something that I couldn't see. So there you go, guys. That was a bit of fast-paced Duskworld action. I think one thing I was trying to say there was that it's really hard to aim and move at the same time, but the game's very forgiving in how it lets you look around, right? So you can be looking... You can change the directional keys you're pressing and maintain your speed really effectively. So it gives you a lot of tools to line up really cool shots while you're going at breakneck speed. It can look very impressive. So yeah, I recommend if you like games like Quake, if you like games like Doom, and if you want this kind of endless, Devil Daggers styled mode, check out Dusk on Steam Early Access now. There's a link in the video description. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you all next time.